Welcome back everybody, my name's Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine. We are back in Belgard to see Liam and Matilda and to get our reward. Apparently they planned something special for us.
Witcher, greetings. Kind of you to come. Matilda and I, we've a surprise for you.
And what is it?
What's the surprise? Some new monster I need to kill?
No, something far more pleasant.
We've produced a wine. According to the best sommeliers, it might just dethrone Est.
We owe this success to you. So, if you'd agree,
We'd like to name it after you.
what shall we call it?
You made a wine in 3 days. You should call it Swill, because that's what it will be. Call it White Wolf.
Why not White Wolf?
Wild, with character. It fits perfectly.
If you wouldn't mind, we'd like to send a few bottles to your home every so often.
I'd be honored. Thanks.
No, we thank you. Take care, Witcher.
I don't trust 3-day-old wine. I have a feeling it hasn't quite aged properly at that point. Alright, we're actually going to start the main quest now. Which is way up there. Where's the nearest signpost? Right there. We've kind of run out of side quests to do, and we were sort of out leveling the, we're sort of out leveling the main storyline. So let's get underway on that a little bit. We can at least meet the Duchess. Alright, so world map. What's the closest waypoint we have to that place? Sort of Cooper's Gate, really. It's pretty well the closest we're gonna get.
I know, the Duchess's favorite. But that doesn't mean you can twirl and do cartwheels.
Yes, it does. It pretty much does. We're just walking down the road. Still a ways away. Why are we going weird paths? Let's just go straight in. We'd find Palmerin and ask him to take me to the Duchess.
You can't pull one over on me, Witcher.
They're in this camp area somewhere. Oh, the tournament grounds. That makes sense. There was a signpost here, we just hadn't discovered it yet. Also, there's a blacksmith and an armorsmith here. Hang on, blacksmith. Do you have a name or are you just blacksmith?
Ah, a profession.
Let me
What have you got there?
repair mostly. That's all I really care about at the moment. So expensive to repair this stuff. Constantly. Except for my boots and my pants and my shoes. Apparently those are dirt cheap.
So long.
Alright. Let's go talk to this guy, Palmerin.
It's late, I know. Sorry to bother you. But I need to talk to the Duchess.
It's no trouble. I had not yet laid my head to rest. As to her illustrious highness, I fear you will have to wait until the sun has risen again. Make yourself at home. Milton mentioned you'd been to Corvo Bianco to see the beast's victim. Learn anything new from Nabotti?
Brace yourself for a long story.
Well, since we have to wait anyway, steel yourself for a long story.
And we talked into the depth of the nights.
And how is it we passed from your account of the investigation to reminiscing about the succubus?
'Cause those were good times. And we were younger. Always nice to talk about that. Look, sun's up.
And let's tarry no more. Our enlightened highness is sure to have arrived at the Tony grounds by now. Let us go.
Let us go.
Who's fighting? Nilfgaardian
That's not a
gladiators?
sword kid.
Close, but not quite. As you will soon see.
I hate to say it, but that kid...
Someone's gonna fight a Shalmar? Hang some bells on its tail to confuse it, slow it down?
Whatever is the problem? The beast is a gift from the Emperor, no less.
Shouldn't torture it like that. It's just a creature.
Shouldn't torment the beast. How would you like to be dumped in an arena, blindfolded with a string of bells bursting from your ass?
Pity a monster. You, a witcher.
I slay monsters who are a threat to humans. You're out to humiliate one to entertain a crowd. No knight will gain any glory from this.
Who will face the Shalmar?
Who's going to fight the beast?
Guillaume, the young man you met.
Yeah. Mentioned he'd promised his heart's captor a monster trophy.
Great love demands great sacrifices.
He's gonna die horribly. Let's go see the Duchess.
Let's go.
Dude is well armored though. Give him that. Some pretty cool armor. Too bad it's not gonna matter. He's gonna die.
I dedicate my imminent victory to fair Lady Vivian.
And he has a cool sword.
It's begun. The fight shall have to end first. We must wait.
Got a bad feeling about this.
Oh.
Damn it.
Oh.
We have to help him.
Oh man. Why is it always up to me?
Gotta keep it down.
Alas, his teeth is powder. That crucial knocked into earth. Then down came the Witcher. One mighty power. His fight to the beast. Its plans confound.
Okay, that's fine. Oh, let's stop blocking. Oh.
And thus the Witcher's life was stopped. All our hopes, alas, had turned to dust.
Shut up, poet guy.
The beast was betrayed by the gods. Soon the Witcher shall triumph against all odds.
Oh god, I'm just gonna die. Holy crap, that hurt. Okay, so we gotta dodge better this time. That hurt a good amount. Please tell me that there was a waypoint save right before that fight. Because that would suck if there wasn't. It means we'd have to run back, which is a little bit annoying. I guess we'll have to see. One day when The game reloads. Alright, okay, good, we are here. Wrong ability.
Gotta keep it down.
Alas, for lightning, the beast teeth its foul girth, that loose her oar and knocked into earth. Down came the Witcher in one mighty bound to give fight to the beast.
We have to wait for it to hit the wall. Whoa.
Waited till the time was true, then chose once and spun, struck the monster right through. But the bow who leaves
Okay.
the love's first spurt, so the Witcher wooed the Selma, then its foul heart burned.
What is it doing? Come on. Ugh. That was a bad dodge. I admit that. Come on. Oh, it dodged right into me. Thing can roll like a champion. There we go.
The Selma lies defeated by Geralt of Rivia, master of the witchering trade. Behold, as the last gasps of life seep from the beast.
Master Geralt, do what you must. Finish the deed!
Well, let's kill the Shalmar, I guess.
It suffered enough.
The monster lies slain! The fight is done! Praised be the victors!
I don't approve of this fight.
Guillaume,
The lad came damned close to dying.
I'm fine. Not hurt at all. Vivian?
Smile as befits a hero and keep silent. Speech clearly pains you. She approaches.
Geralt. We must talk. Vivian.
You shall talk later, in the medic's tent.
Geralt, magnificent, breathtaking.
Your Grace.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, ravished to have struck upon it.
And I'm truly honored.
See to our young hero. Hop, hop. For we must make off with Geralt. We should talk. We had been long awaiting your arrival. Had nearly lost hope. Then suddenly, that entrance, so spectacular.
Fighting against the Shalmar, arranging something like that for a sport is a bad idea.
Your Grace. Shalmars are dangerous creatures, even to knights in full-plate armor.
Nonsense. In Toussaint, knights have battled beasts for mere glory since time immemorial. True. Guillaume suffered a few bumps, scars, and bruises, but in return gained eternal glory as he who slew the monster.
What about the crowd? Say the Shalmar had vaulted into the stands. Would have been a massacre.
Geralt, though we value your fortuitous intervention in the arena, we would remind you your services have been retained, and as shall soon become clear, you will be generously compensated for completing another task altogether.
Alright, about the contract?
Your Grace, my contract. I'd like to discuss it.
Naturally, but not here. We shall need Damien. He led the investigation pending your arrival. But wherever could he be? Come, we must find him.
Don't really like the Queen all that much. so far.
Tell us, have you come alone?
Of course.
Or did Viscount Julian accompany you?
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
Yes. I mean, no. Yes. But solely to tell him we regret. Yes, deeply regret rescinding the death sentence we so justly handed down upon him. If we could turn back time, we would make certain he sat in a tower till he rotted. No, we would ensure he was broken on the wheel, then drawn, hanged, and quartered.
Wow, he draws some pretty rough emotions.
Ah, the very man we would entrust with these tasks. Damien de la Tour, captain of my personal guard.
Your Grace. Witcher.
Greetings.
Sorry to have to tell you, a Brooksa killed some guardsmen.
Sorry to have to tell you, but the guardsman handling the last victim's body...
I know already. The creature in the cellar of Corvo Bianco. Was it the beast?
No. A Bruxa, a kind of vampire. Not the beast, but tied to it in some way.
You know this how?
Through careful analysis of the evidence, both on the riverbank and at Corvo Bianco.
Do you mean to insinuate the investigation thus far has been sloppy?
Geralt insinuates nothing of the sort. We must listen to him attentively.
Gonna need two things, information and access to a laboratory.
I examined the body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something, need to analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use most right now. And maybe the help of an alchemist or a mage. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir de la Tour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here. I've heard much about you. You bring trouble, or thus far have, always. And we've enough trouble as it is.
Only kinda.
Yet we are capable of defeating the beast on our own, without an outsider's help. I've no doubt about it.
Damien, we settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Definitively. Since you have broached it nonetheless, let us discuss Geralt's pay. Are the legends true? Do Witchers usually demand that which you find at home, yet did not expect?
Not always.
Not quite, Your Grace. Law of surprise, it's something we invoke at times, but rarely. Usually we just take gold.
Disappointing. This law sounds rather romantic. On the other hand, on returning to the palace, we would likely find impatient petitioners or a set of sample fabrics for a new dress. Poor rewards, both. I fear you'd not have much use for any of the surprises we are likely to come upon. Thus, we've decided you shall receive the deed to a vineyard, Corvo Bianco, and the sum of coin. You will doubtless consider this adequate. Title to the vineyard shall be given to you at once. Surely you'll need lodgings while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours only once you have slain the beast.
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace. But Corvo Bianco, isn't it the Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it now? The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Not to be left unsupervised for one instant. Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present minimal problems to a Witcher. What's more, nothing enhances a wine's reputation better than a grim legend.
Thank you, Your Grace. I accept the contract, of course. But as I said before, I'll need some information.
The beast's first victim, what do we know about him?
How'd it start? Who was the first victim?
Crespi was the first to die. He was famed once for his many glorious tournament victories. Then he grew old, hung up his sword, and took to winemaking.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation from all court ceremonies. We did not grant it. We could not. Once you've taken the oath of a knight, you remain a knight till death.
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast when suddenly one of his fellow feastgoers noticed he was missing. The town watch found him an hour later, on his hands and knees, propped against the town pillory, his sword hanging from his neck. He had died of wounds inflicted with claws, not a weapon. Blows of great force.
So he died suddenly, but the body was on its knees, meaning someone posed it.
So it seems.
And the second victim? Tell me about him.
Second murder. Tell me what you know.
In the city there are certain nooks. No one reasonable ventures there after dark. Ramon Dulac's corpse was found in one such place. With the first murder, terror gripped the city. Its inhabitants grew wary, kept to safe areas. Consequently, news of the second victim came to us from a group of concerned cut-purses.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've excluded the possibility that Ramon died at the hands of these bandits.
Do you believe me an amateur? Not hands, but claws killed Ramon Dulac. The wound was deep, clean.
His body was found in the gutter, dressed in nightshirt and cap, a pillow placed under his head, and his sword replaced by a bed warmer. Ramon Dulac, a knight who but a dozen years past was an advisor to our father, the Duke.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous. Maybe revenge was the motive.
It's not out of the question. Dulac had shady dealings with the criminal underworld, but no one ever came forth with concrete proof of any misdoings.
The victims were both older knights.
So, first two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern times knights face new challenges, enterprise being the latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinch.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times, hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
Similarities between the victims seem to be more and more of them.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer, whoever or whatever it is, has some meaning to convey.
These were honorable men. We are horrified by the disdain, the disrespect with which they were treated. These were knights of Toussaint. Blast it.
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue. Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore fealty to the 5 chivalric virtues. And even if the
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
Why those virtues exactly?
5 virtues. Why are they so important to your knights?
Strange question.
Your Grace, forgive me. I'm a foreigner trying to understand another land's customs.
You are forgiven. According to legend, the virtues we cultivate were bestowed upon us by the Lady of the Lake. How we truly came to espouse them, none remember. In Toussaint, we believe men of low birth should be simple-hearted and obedient. We expect much more, however, of our knights. They are to be soldiers and courtiers, lords and servants. Thus the need for clear moral guidelines. At the time of his dubbing, a knight vows to demonstrate throughout his life honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
The beasts denouncing moral decay.
Beast seems to be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it. Victims were all humiliated. Might have been murdered to emphasize their lack of specific chivalric virtues.
Honor compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a coin pouch shoved down a throat. It seems to fit, true, though not perfectly.
Can't discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and denounce the victim's lack of the 4th virtue, valor. We can also assume that victim will be an elder knight.
Let's think. At the moment, all the knights are either at the tourney grounds or in the palace gardens. Our annual hare hunt shall begin there shortly. Have you heard of the custom?
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny costume. Not sure why. Hang on. Strange circumstances. A knight advanced in years. The famed cowardice of rabbits.
Could it be that simple? Is Milton de Peyrac Peyren the next victim?
Milton
Possibly.
also knew Delacroix. Told me so down by the river.
Damien! To miss something so obvious. De Peyrac Peyren, Crespi, Delacroix, and Delac formed a knightly team. It was years ago, but
What does that mean, a team?
They were a team?
they were close friends, tightly knit, and as such earned the trust of our father, the Duke. We often witnessed him turn to them with delicate matters. Later, their paths diverged.
Unlikely to be a coincidence. Beast must know it too. It's a lead, I'm sure.
We need to find Milton.
Your Grace, we need to find Milton immediately.
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised as the Hare, hiding somewhere, waiting for some tipsy courtiers to find him. The Hare's hiding place is a carefully guarded secret.
We must call off the game at once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm. Damien, order the garden searched immediately, but discreetly. By no means can we disrupt the festivities. Panic will only incite the beast to strike sooner.
Good idea.
You, Witcher, follow me. My gardens, my night, I shall take the fall. A murder is out of the question. I will not allow it. Not near my palace. Horses? Ready our horses!
Is she angry? Ew, did you step in the poopy?
Your Grace!
Oh, she's just ripping off her dress. She tripped over something. Roche is always within whistle distance.
What the hell?
She has trousers on at least.
Your Highness,
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled. Onward!
She has got some fiery temperament. I like that.
Hey! That is silk! Be careful! Give it to me!
He's like, I don't... What's going on? I don't even... He's like, I just don't even. If an item is glowing, it's probably worth picking up. Good to know. We are running low on time. We're almost half an hour in already. I think our death slowed us down a little bit. Oh,
Your Grace seems right at home in the saddle.
okay. We are off. You know what? We're going to pause here. We'll do one more video after this. So, like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. We'll start this particular part of the quest. Take care.